Hello. I have a little bit of a headache. I've actually had an incredibly productive day. So, recap. I have been spending the last 2 weeks listening to Dungeons, Dice, and Everything Nice. It is a D&D podcast that was filmed over like 5 or 6 years, basically pre-pandemic and a little bit into, and I just binged it for 2 weeks, and now I finished it last night. It's unfortunate because it's one of those like stories that doesn't have an ending. Like the members of the cast could not continue putting the like recordings out and like getting together to do that, which is fine. Life happens. It's cool. But it is unfortunate, like, the story just kind of ends at, like, a very unsatisfying, no proper ending kind of moment. So you're just kind of, like, left to wonder, which is also, like, in some ways fun. But that's consumed my life for 2 weeks. And it was a beautiful 2 weeks. I had so much fun. They were all comedians because they went to a comedian college. And it was a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed it. I had a great experience with it. But also, it's over now, and that void in my heart is, like, low-key back, because although she is better, she is still depressed and just avoiding it, yes. We're pretending that she's not, but, like, she is. But I did finish my first book today, which was Mr. Magic by Kirsten Hyde, and I'm gonna say it, controversial, I'm sure. I love Kirsten White's horror. This is not scary horror. I need to tell you that right now. Like, it is a little bit freaky, but it is not like scary horror. But it is horror in the sense that like a literary book. Like, it has commentary, but like there's a little bit of like, what's going on? This is spooky. But it never scared me. But I actually really, really like this. I gave it a 4-star. It wasn't quite 5-star in my heart, but I did really like it. This one has a lot of conversations going on, and I think this was a very therapeutic book for Kirsten White to write, because she is ex-Mormon and has been spending a few years, like, I don't know the right words, I'm gonna use detox, but that's not correct. But just like changing her mindset and getting out of that sort of cult-like mentality. And this book has a lot of those vibes. Very religious, culty, weird stuff going on, but like not in your typical dark vibes that most people expect. Like, there's no sexual bad things going on. It's just Mr. Magic. The magic. I love the premise for this book. I thought that was so interesting and unique, and I loved that it is fantastical horror. Like, that's just my fucking cup of tea. That is like my favorite thing. So I really enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun with the characters. I really liked the setting. I really liked the childlike innocence. Those parts. I loved the parts about the kids being in this like magic space, and like how the atmosphere, I just loved it. I loved that. I really like the characters. There's like a little bit of romance. The way that she writes the characters genuinely like made me feel so warm. You're so cute. I like, the book starts off with our main character finding her father dead. So look out for that. It doesn't have a lot of emotion to it, and I actually found it like really interesting. And basically, these 3 men find her because there was a Facebook post about her father's passing, and these 3 men find her. Can you not do that right now? These 3 men go to the, not quite funeral, but like the ceremony, the after party. And they're like, hey, oh my god, we found you. We've been looking for you for years. And she's like, I know you, but I have no clue who you are. And the way that she writes the warmth between these characters and that familiar feeling of I know you without knowing you, it genuinely warmed my heart so much. I had a lot of fun. It definitely felt a little bit long. especially in the middle there. Like, I wanted more of the magic. I wanted more of that setting, but I did actually really enjoy this. So I gave it 4 stars. I liked Hyde. I liked Mr. Magic. What can I say? I'm a fan. I know a lot of people are not, and that's so fine. But I actually really like this. It's a little bit heavy-handed with, like, the commentary, but I actually I liked it. I liked not having to think about what the author was trying to mean and say. It just says it, and I think my brain really appreciated that. I kind of needed it. I didn't want to have to, like, think profoundly. It kind of just tells you, like, here's how the cult trains you, or religion teaches women to be specific ways, and how we think that's bullshit, and how we should go against the grain, blah blah blah. I just liked it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a good time. But I've been so productive today. I filmed 3 videos. Holy cow, that's incredible for me. I have been stressed. I'm taking my test again on Friday. My coworker passed finally, which is super exciting. So she is guaranteed a job now, which is great. So yeah, I'm retaking my test on Friday. And so tomorrow at work, I'm just gonna study and do my darndest. I'm not sure how it's gonna go. But we'll see. I'm gonna study and just prepare the best that I can. There's not a whole lot I can really do about it. I have a little bit of a headache, but I'm exporting my video for tomorrow right now, so I'm gonna finish this. It's at 57%. Once that's done, I will probably go crawl in bed and think about my OTP and how cute they were in D&D and how I want that in my life. Super normal one. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on with me as of today. I'm excited to start this vlog. I have no clue how long this will be going, what my normal schedule is going to be like. This might span for the rest of the month. Just kind of depends on how much I read and what I get up to. But for now, it's just kind of a chill time. We're just kind of hanging out, getting back into the swing of life, even though I don't want to life. I want to stay in bed and listen to cozy, happy D&D things forever. But that's just, like, not possible. So that's okay. I'm excited to be reading again. It feels good. It's been 2 weeks since I read a book, so it's nice to just kind of, like, check that off. But yeah, I think I'm gonna pick out my next book. I'm torn between a few, for being totally honest. Part of me just wants to finish things on my currently reading. Other parts of me just wants to pick up something new that I'm excited about. So we will see. We'll play it by ear, and I will keep you updated when I figure that out myself. Oh boy, howdy. So I have been in a massive, crazy reading slump because mental health, and Thick Thighs Readathon's happening, and so I was like, my friend is hosting this really cool readathon, but I was like, cool, like, I want to participate in this readathon. It's gonna be fun. It's very chill. There's like a little bingo board, not a lot of high stakes. Great. So my plans going into it was a graphic novel, the buddy read, and then a Kindle Unlimited book. The Kindle Unlimited book is short, but it's too daunting because I don't want to read anything. So that already got crossed off. So that left 2 books. My graphic novel choice for, I think, queer and read a book, graphic novel. I think there's like 3 or 4 prompts that this works for. Nimona. I can never get this title right. So I was like, I'll read this. Perfect. Easy. Great. Wonderful. And then the other thing I was going to read was the buddy read, which is Zenny, I think. And I have no clue what this was about. I really was just like going in blind. I was like, cool. I'm incapable of reading a clock, apparently. I'm going to blame the dyslexia. I think I'm just being dumb. And I thought it was 12 p.m. tomorrow, but instead it was 12 a.m. tomorrow. But that tomorrow is now, because it is it's 1 in the morning. We don't need to talk about it. It is 1 a.m. And it just got returned. And now I have to wait 2 weeks until I can get it back. So this video is already off the rails. That's how Thick Thighs is going for me. Whoops. So yeah, that's what's going on. So great. Hello, long time no chat, to be honest. September's over and just about gone. Today is September 30th, which means that it is the last day of the month, which means that my sad girl September needs to come to an end. Which is fine, but we have a few things to catch up on. One, I'm a licensed tax preparer in the state of Oregon. Woo! I still hate taxes. Very little's changed. Two, I've read like 8 books or something, so we'll rapid speed talk about those. And 3, my mental health is struggling. Have you ever been like so self-aware of your problems that you like understand that like things aren't good, but there's very little that you are able to do about it, and very little brings you joy? Yeah, well, I'm re-listening to Dungeons, Dice, and Everything Nice because it's the only thing that makes me laugh besides myself. So yeah, listening to audiobooks has been incredibly difficult because I just do not care. I'm having a very hard time connecting to characters, connecting to stories, because I am a husk of a shell of a human. So it's very hard, like, giving a single care about any of these characters in whom I'm reading about. So quickly, I would like to say 8 books in the month of September. Mr. Magic I read. I talked about that briefly in a video at some point, and I liked that. I thought it was very fun. Then I listened to Their Vicious Games. This is by Joelle Wellington, and this is so unhinged fun rich people drama. Like, it is a story about these rich girls basically fighting to the death to marry a rich man and like get benefits from rich society, basically. Oh my god, it is buck wild. It was so unhinged and unbelievable yet believable that I just like had a really good time with it. It was very fun. We were following a Black protagonist, so that adds like an element of horror and just like conversations that I think are very just, and it was just fun and wacky, but also just like the whole time. So I rated that 4 stars as well. And then it starts to go very downhill for me when it comes to books. That one was fun to listen to, but then I listened to The First Bright Thing, which I'll talk about in a different video. I would recommend it. I think people will definitely get enjoyment out of it. And then I read The Rattled Bones by S.M. Parker for my TBR. And I went into it with high expectations. I thought I was going to love it because I love young adult horror. It was not scary. It was a mystery that I did not care about. I did enjoy the 2 characters and their relationship and how it was built, and that was about it. I liked those 2 and like some of the side characters, but that was pretty much it. Like, I didn't care about any of the plot. It was solely like, these are nice characters and that is it. So I gave that one 3 stars. And then I listened to Together We Rot by Skyla Ardent. I just didn't care about the characters. I didn't care about the plot. I just was so uninterested. And I went into this again with high expectations because I've heard really good reviews. Somebody I know that read The Ark adored the story. And I was just like, why? There's nothing here. I was so bored. And like, some of the horror stuff, like, imagery was kind of cool, but it was very like bug centric, which has to be done a certain way to like give me like that creepy crawly feel, and it just didn't do it for me. I didn't care about the characters. I didn't care about the mystery. It was just bleh. And then I listened to Monstrello. It's me. I'm the problem with this one. It's literary horror. It's not like scary horror. Beautifully written, beautiful prose. I didn't connect to the characters. I didn't connect to the story. I didn't care about anything, which is like an ongoing theme in my life. I don't care about anything. So I know it's me. I'm very excited to talk about it next Saturday, the 7th of October, for the Literally Dead book club, to see how, like, the majority of people felt, because a lot of mutuals that I have loved this book. So I know it was me. I also think it was partly the audiobook just didn't work for this particular story, and, like, not, I wouldn't recommend reading it that way, because the prose gets lost on you, and so you're just listening. And I just didn't feel any emotion from the narrators. It just didn't work for me. So I gave this one a 2-star, and I feel bad about it because I know I'm the problem, but, like, I just didn't have fun. I was so bored. I did not care. And keep in mind, like, listening to this at a fast pace goes by very quickly, and I hated being there. Like, I just wanted it to end, but not as bad as I wanted the next book to end. I don't want to talk about it. Okay, Monstrilla was like a 2.5. And then I listened to Rouge by Mona Awad. Me and Mona, man, we are frenemies to the end. I loved Bunny. What the hell? Bunny was so fun. All's Well? I hated the first part. I loved the second and third parts. Like, I loved the second half of the book. I thought it was so interesting and well done and weird and wacky. Rouge, it's very complex. I don't know how I feel about it still. I really liked the theme. I liked the weirdness of it. I liked her seeing her mom in the mirror and always having to look in the mirror, and, like, that beauty standard lens of topic and theme. I thought it was interesting. I just didn't connect to the character, and I've been reading a lot of books about grief lately, which is, like, not something that I'm very familiar with, and so those aren't typically topics that, like, hit hard for me, whereas somebody who's, like, dealing with parental grief might actually be like, oh my god, yeah. But yeah, it just didn't do it for me. I really love the narrator for Mona Awad's books. I think she does a great job, but this one I had a really good, Mona Awad is such a weird author, and I mean that, like, genuinely, so, like, such a compliment. The writing style is just wacky, and it's hard to connect to because it's a fever dream. Like, all of her stories are just, you don't know what's reality, you don't know what's in the character's head. It's a little bit of a mindfuck. It's very strange, and I genuinely don't know how to explain it. Like, if you haven't read a Mona Awad, I probably sound crazy, but that's how she makes me feel. So I gave it a 3 stars generously. It's probably more of, like, a 2 on my enjoyment scale, but, like, I know I'm the problem. It's me, I know it. So I'm trying to, like, be cool and my rating systems, and yeah, I'm struggling. Really, I'm tired, which is bad. Austin and I are actually celebrating our 5-year anniversary this weekend, even though our anniversary was basically a month ago now. We are going up to Portland tonight. We're gonna play some Topgolf, and we're actually gonna go to a rave because our friend is opening for Virtual Riot. That's so cool. There's, like, it's a, like, a pretty big lineup. So he's not, like, the main opener, but that, I genuinely, I don't know how to explain this in terms for, like, non-ravers, because if you don't know who Virtual Riot is, you're like, okay, but he's, like, a pretty big DJ. He's actually one of Austin and I's favorite DJs. That's one of the artists that we saw the first festival that we went together to, and that was one of, like, it was a very solid moment for our relationship and, like, the start of it. So we love Virtual Riot. I think that they have incredible music, very fun. He's very talented. So he's, like, big, and my friend is very small, and I'm so proud of him because he's been opening quite a bit lately, and we're on the guest list. So we didn't have to, like, we're not paying to go to the show. We're just, like, gonna go see our friend and Virtual Riot on a guest list. I don't know. It feels like that's, like, so cool. Like, that's such a cool experience, and I'm not sure how to feel about it still. Like, I'm still processing that. I'll feel more about it tonight, I'm sure. But I'm trying my darndest to be in a good headspace to have fun. But Austin will also be going on a little business trip for a little bit. So there's also like that on top of everything. And so, yeah, and our dogs have been the worst. So I'm a little nervous about leaving them alone overnight and not having like a proper house sitter. So we'll see. And I'm also still sick. I've been sick for almost a month. It's just not things. September's been rough. So I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be chill. We'll see how it goes. But that is my update for now. I will check in with you guys a bit later. I need to start editing tomorrow's video because I'm starting Booktober officially. So there's just like a lot to do, a lot going on. So I'm going to get started on that. So hopefully I will be ready to go by the time we need to head out for Portland. So, oh, I'm so tired. Ah! I'm so sweaty. I'm so stinky. It's fine. I don't know how I'm functioning, how I'm okay. So we last night drove up to Portland when Austin got off work to go to our friend's show. He was opening for Virtual Riot. It was incredible. He did amazing. I am such a fan. I'm such a proud friend. Virtual Riot was so much fun. I got quite drunk, which I've not done in a while. But it was fun. Danced. My body is a little bit sore now because it's been a while since we've been to a rave. And then Austin's car got broken into. So 2 of his windows got smashed, and his luggage that he was going to take with him across the state was stolen. So that was not super fun, but you know, I was drunk, and so I was like not able to really think about it or like panic about it, and I had to like be that strong, tough, cool girlfriend that's like, no, everything's okay, everything's gonna be okay. And we just like dealt with it and like let it be. So today Austin and I went and played some Topgolf and just like kind of had fun before parting ways for a little bit. He will be back soon, but yeah, we played Topgolf, had some fun, went and had like a nice breakfast, and then I dropped him off at the airport and I drove home with 2 shattered windows, got to my parents' house and just like ran to the bathroom, had to pee so bad. Oh my god, road trips are so hard sometimes. And then I just like kind of stood there in the kitchen, and my mom's like, so what happened? And I just started crying out of nowhere, just like silent tears, no like emotion there, but just like suddenly my body was releasing all of the tension that I'd been holding in from the weekend. So I just like kind of stood there and just like cried a little bit, and then patched up the windows. They're temporarily fixed for the time being, because it's probably gonna rain tomorrow, which is crummy. And then I drove home, and the dogs did pretty good. They only ate 1 pillow, which I left out for them with the intention of knowing that they were going to destroy something, and they've already ripped a hole in that pillow. So I was like, fine, if you're gonna eat anything, you can eat the pillow you've already tried to eat. So it worked out. They did well. Now I'm just home. I just edited Booktober day 1. I'm exhausted. It's only 8 p.m. But I think my plan is to crawl into bed. Like, I should be more productive, but I genuinely cannot do it. My emotional capacity is at its limit, and I just want to listen to Dungeons, Dice, and Everything Nice and lay in bed. So that's what I think I'm going to do, because that sounds like a good time. That or watch Death to Divinity. Watch something cozy and comforting. Maybe I should probably eat some food, and then I will sleep so that tomorrow I can be super duper productive. It's going to be great. I also did not read anything. I had intentions. Nah. Nah. But that's my update of the weekend. Oh my god. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I'm and better spirits and not this. Howdy ho. I got so sick. I was completely bedridden yesterday. I don't know what happened. It started so, like, it's fine. I took Monday off because Monday was supposed to be my, like, clean the house, get my shit together, be an adult moment. And that went so horribly wrong for me. Because I got home Sunday, had a bit of a mental breakdown, went to bed quite early. And then Monday, I started feeling sick. My throat was super sore. And I was like, it's fine. I'll just take, like, some time. It'll be fine. And I progressively got worse throughout the day. Tuesday, I felt like hot garbage. It was real bad. I really hated every single second of it. Today, my head doesn't hurt. I can move my body. So that's... I'm winning now, I suppose, but I sound so incredibly sick, which is less fun. But it is what it is. Here we are. I've got some things to unbox. I don't know what this is. I'm hoping it's pre-orders, because I don't remember buying something, but also... Okay, sweet. So, the first thing that I have is my pre-order of A Haunting on the Hill by Elizabeth Hand. I'm very excited for that. I also have my pre-order for Volume 5 of Lore Olympus, which I've already read. Well, it's fine. It's cool. I have it, though. I also have a new, clean, not completely dog-destroyed, torn-up edition of Omen of Ice that Eliza sent me, or Eliza's friend. I'm not sure exactly how I have this, but I have this. If you did not see my unboxing video, my sweet boy of a dog got my book one angry morning, and I was a little bit upset about it because I was really excited about this book, and then Eliza's absolute sweet and kindness sent me a replacement copy. I don't deserve the friends that I've made. It's not cool. I'm very thankful, and so now I have that, and I also have my Barnes & Noble pre-order for In These Hollowed Halls. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I don't know when exactly I'm going to get to this. I would like to get to this sooner rather than later, like hopefully this year, but I'm not entirely sure. But I'm excited to have it. She'll look so pretty on my little shelf over there. So yes, these are pre-orders and books that I've recently acquired, which is quite cool for me. It's fun when you don't buy books for a while, but you still get books in the mail. It kind of makes up for that lack of buying, you know? But yes, that's what I wanted to share with you. I have a bunch of filming and editing to do for the foreseeable future, because, you know, Booktober. And so I would like to get significant work done in that aspect, but I don't think I have too much else to catch you up on. My life has really just been laying in bed. I'm so sorry. It's not very fun, but that's what's been life. My brain is also not fully functioning since being sick. It's quite hilarious sometimes. But yeah, that's what's going on with me. I will check in with you guys a little bit later. If not, I'll end the vlog. Who knows? We'll see.